As soon as I take them out, and I have had them to get it for some reason, even in the brooders. I don't know why, but most of the time when they go to the ground, they're gonna get it. And everybody's got different. There's a bunch of different kinds. The only thing that I know that kills coccidiosis is one thing, and that's ammonia.
Ammonia?
That's the only thing that I know kills it. You know what chicken poop's full of?
Ammonia.
Ammonia.
Yeah.
And if we clean our chicken coops too clean, you're gonna have more coccidiosis. I didn't realize that. I even put poop trays under mine to keep them from having poop in the pen.
Yeah.
It made my coccidiosis 3 times as bad. I didn't know. I was ignorant. I didn't know. But I know now.
See, a lot of people would think that. I feel like a lot of people that put their birds in like a wire bottom, they think that that's what, I'll keep the poop away from them, keep the bottom clean, keep my birds healthier and cleaner. But
it probably does them on that, but when you ever put them on the ground, they ain't used to coccidiosis, and they'll get coccidiosis that quick.
Gotcha. So that's kind of like a vaccine for them, you know what I mean? Kind of gets that in their system, helps them fight that later on and keeps them strong.
And one thing that made it make sense for me, Allensville, Alabama had 1,100 birds in one barn, and I went up there to help him to sell them and do some other stuff for him. When I walked in there, the ammonia was so strong I couldn't even hardly breathe. He'd have 25 in a little bitty pen, just a little bitty pen, almost touching each other. Poop would be that deep in there.
Jeez.
They never had coccidiosis, and that's why, because it killed it. The ammonia killed it. The only problem they had was when their toenails would get in that poop and it'd have little hard round balls on their toenails because there were so many birds in there and it was wet. You know what I'm talking about. That was the only problem he had. He didn't have no coccidiosis though. So keeping it too clean is a problem. You get the feathers out and all like that, but the chicken poop in dry chicken, it ain't gonna hurt it. Matter of fact, it kills coccidiosis.
Gotcha. So how often do you recommend people to, like, let's say they have like pond shaving bottoms and stuff, or cedar or anything like that? How often do you recommend them to clean them if they have like a, let's say like a 3x3 or 4x4 space?
I only do mine when it gets really dirty in there. I mean, if it's really, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And every time, some goes a long time, because as soon as it dries up, it ain't gonna hurt it no way. Because when that poop dries in there, it makes a dust, like, you know what I'm talking about. Just clean it out every now. All I do is clean mine out every now and then. When I'm showing them now, I clean it more because I want the birds cleaner and more perfect when you go to a show.
Yes, sir. Gotcha. Now, I don't know. I don't think I asked you this earlier when you were speaking about getting them ready for the show. How early do you give them a bath before the show so they're able to get all them oils built up back into their feathers and be ready?
I like to do it 2 to 3 days. That's all.
2 to 3 days.
A lot of times, if you do it a week before, they'll start getting dirty again. This is just my opinion now.
Yes, sir.
I've had people to do it. I had people to do it. I can't think of their name. They used to show spangles. They would do it the night before and dry them. They had a thing in there and they'd dry them. They had a hair dryer and they'd dry their birds off. And then the next morning, right before the show, they'd go in there and put the oil back on them. But now I say 2 days.
What kind of oil?
No, I'm talking about the sheen.
The sheen? Oh, okay.
Sheen, which is an oil type.
Right, right.
Here's another trick. Now, this is from an old breeder. I won't even tell you his name. I started to tell you his name, but I won't tell you his name in case you ain't supposed to do this. The purple barring sometimes in their tail, the birds will get purple on them. He said you can take Jergens hand lotion and take it and put it on that purple bar and it'll do away with the bar. Now that's what I was told. I've been wanting to experiment with it and see how it does it. But he said just the Jergens hand lotion and take it, get it on your hands and put it on that, just on that bar place and put it on there and it'll make that bar place go away.
Wow. Really nice tips.
Almost all birds are gonna have fluff.
Yeah.
2 things happen. Either the saddle doesn't cover it. Now some birds can just have too much, but I just mean a lot of times if they're in there with a bunch of especially pullets and they're in there together, they'll peck them saddle feathers and make it real weak so the fluff comes out a whole lot worse. But you can pull it back, and I'm not telling you supposed to do this, I'm just telling you I know that's how people get it off.
Gotcha.
And a lot of people talk about going to shows and all like that and they don't do nothing to their birds. Most women that go to a beauty pageant, they have makeup on.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
Exactly.
They tell you they don't do it, they tell you something's not true.
Yeah, I agree.
Have it on.
I agree.
So they do everything they can to make their bird presentable. But that fluff is a major problem sometimes. But you can pull it down, and I just know that that's what a lot of people have done. They take it off.
Gotcha. Now, how about feeding them before the show? Do you not feed them the night before so they're more active the day, or what do you recommend? And do you have like a certain snack that because I know a lot of breeders. I don't want to say any names, but I know a lot of breeders, they use the dog treats or
major breeders used to do that. They used to feed the little wormy looking dog treat things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, they done it, and they fed them all the time. The ones they worked with, and they'd wrinkle that thing, and then birds would just perk up, and man, they look perfect. So when the judge comes down through there, they get across with their birds. And they'll wrinkle that thing, and then birds go to showing out. Now, this is just some of the tricks old timers used to do.
Oh yeah, I see. I didn't know about.
Get over there and throw them things at them.
That's what I was about to say. I've seen some guys just.
I've seen them run them off from doing that. The judges sent them out of the building for doing that. They're not supposed to do that.
Really?
They do that. They're not supposed to do that. They'd go throw it over to them.
Oh yeah.
The other one would just wrinkle it, and that bird could hear that thing, and they'd do the same thing. It'd perk up like it's supposed to. But that's trick. Let me tell you something.
So that's something you can practice with your birds.
To everything. The trick to life is, if you want to get out of this life alive, accept Jesus Christ as your personal Savior.
Yes, sir.
That's
100%.
the way to get out of this life and have another life when you live here.
Oh, yeah.
It's worth living.
100%.
But that's the most important thing. But anyway, so thank you.
I don't know, man. Whatever else you can give us, or whatever else you can share with.
Y'all leave, I'll think about 10 different things.
You can share with our viewers. I'm sure everybody can appreciate it. I know we got guys from Hawaii, for the Philippines, England, everywhere.
There's a guy over there, I wish I could think of his name, that's got birds for me. I sent eggs one time to California, and then the guy from California sent them to it was either the Philippines or some island where he's from, but he gets a lot of birds from the United States. And he only got one to hatch. I don't see how he got any to hatch, but he got one to hatch.
Yeah.
And I seen him at his house. He had it in the house, had a little thing on at his table, sitting there feeding that bird and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
This year I done no incubator, all I done was hens.
Gotcha.
Did to mine. This is what I do now. I take egg cartons.
Yes, sir.
I turn them like you said. I put them in the egg carton, and I put the rounded end down in the egg carton down. Then I take it, like you said, I turn it at a 45.
Yes, sir.
And in the morning when I come through the house going to work or whatever, I take that thing, turn it around, and turn it up the other way. Turn to 45. I turn it every day, in the morning and at night.
So every 12 hours or so.
That's what I do. That's what I do now.
Okay.
And it worked good. It works really good. But I'll tell you this: people think they have a problem with their birds in March, February and March when it's cold. A lot of times the roosters are not fertile.
Yeah.
And the hens are either not accepting it. Anyway, the eggs won't get fertile.
Gotcha.
But now, as it gets on into March and April, they go to get really fertile. In May, they're awesome.
Yeah. Because I know a lot of breeders that they're saying they're having a lot of fertility problems and everything with their birds, and they don't know about having them, like when they store them, they don't know about having to tilt the eggs or anything like that. So I didn't know if there was any other tricks that you could share with them. That way, they have a better fertility next year and be able to help them out in their next season.
Rotating it, like you said, doing those eggs, you got to rotate them. You can leave them flat and just go in there and roll them every day. That's what that hen does. She rolls them every day. You can get them in a big, big plastic thing and roll them every day. I put dates on mine too. I don't use eggs over 7 days old. That's just me.
Okay.
That's people does it 10 and 12, 14 days. That hurts your fertility. 7 days is all I do it because that incubator.
Gotcha.
Every week I put a different row of birds in there.
See, I feel like a lot of people believe that, like, the hen will lay an egg, 2 or 3 a week, or so she won't go broody for another 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. So they feel like they could, these eggs are still good from 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Some of them are, but I wouldn't bank on it.
No.
It don't happen that much. Now, the older that egg is, I don't think you need to get it out from under the hen today and put it under there. I think it needs to wait a day or two. But I don't think it needs to go a long period of time. Now, you can put them longer because some hens don't set for 15 days. Of course, my hens down here, when they go to laying, they may lay 2 or 3 months before they set. And if I don't put 6 or 8 eggs in there, 6 or 7 or whatever, just a ball of eggs, and I mark them, I know they're the eggs I put in there. And I pick her fresh eggs up every day. And I save them sometime all the time, and then they get too old and I have to eat them or give them away or whatever, because we eat them.
Yeah.
And but that's what I do.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Elvis Pate. I was just going to make a little short video here to let everybody know how I raised my birds this year. I raised 80 plus birds. and I raised them all under BB Golden females. And what I did, I got them all in pens that's 3 or 4 feet wide by anywhere from 6 or 7 feet long, and I'll put a pair or a trio in each one of the pens, and with several pens. So what I do is I let them all get in there and start laying for a while. And after they lay for a while, I'll go in there and go to picking up the eggs, of course. And after they lay several eggs apiece in each one of the pens, I'll take them and I'll mark them. You see how I've marked these? I'll mark about 6 eggs that I've been picking up that I'm not gonna hatch anyway, just picking them up in the early of them, their series of laying the eggs. And then what I do is take those marked eggs, and I'll take each pen and I will put them wherever they're laying their eggs. Every one of these pens, the hens love, for some reason, they all got a certain place that they want to lay, and they all want to lay in the same place. So if you've got 2 or 3 hens in there and a rooster, they'll all try to lay in the same nest. So what I do is, like I said, I'll take 6 or 7 eggs, mark them like I just showed you, make some good marks on them where I can see them when I first get in there. And when I look down, I can see the whole nest of eggs there. And another thing, I always let mine nest on the ground. And the reason I do that is when they go to hatching, when I used to raise them up in a box or whatever, when one of the babies would jump out of that box, then that hen would try to get down there where that baby's at. And if she can't get it back up, or a lot of times she'll leave the rest of them and they'll die. Or either the one out of the nest dies. So what I do is leave them on the ground, get them prepared, let them, when they lay there, when they go to setting, I let them set for a day. Then I take the rest of the birds out of that pen, except the one setting, and move them to another pen. And if I have to, I can leave the rooster in that pen. If I have to move these hens in with another rooster and I don't have another pen that don't have a rooster in it, I just move the hens over there and let them keep laying until they set. Well, after this one sets, I'll pick up fresh eggs that's only about 3 days old, 3 or 4 days old. Of course, I take them and I rotate them every day. Then I take those eggs and I take about 8 under these bannies, under mine. What I do, about 8 of them. If I put too many, what they've done before is they would have an egg, it wouldn't be under real good, and it would get too cold and it would kill the baby chick inside and all that. So what I do is I just put about 8 where they can cover them good, and it really works out great if you can get 2 hens setting at one time. Now if you get 2 hens setting at one time, then you can hatch them both, put all of the chicks at night. Now do this at night, because if you do it at night, it don't bother them. They're liable to kill the chicks if you do it in the daytime. But if you do it at night, put the chicks under that one hen, let her have all the babies and reset that other hen, and in 21 days, she'll have you another set of eggs. Now that's what I've done all year this year, if I could get 2 set at one time. And a lot of times that didn't happen. But if you can get 2 set within a day or 2 of each other, you can set them both and work it that way. And anyway, when that hen hatches, I leave them in that pen. Even if the rooster's in there, I've got about 4 pens that had roosters in it. I left them in there, and the roosters never killed any of the babies.
I got something to wipe my ass. I got something to wipe the top of them.
Let the loading begin. Let the loading begin. It's hot in Alabama, boys. Get us back to that. I really like that guy on top. Well, I appreciate all the knowledge you've shared with us today, man. Thank you for having us.
I appreciate y'all coming.
It's been a pleasure, man.
I appreciate you bringing my man down here.
Yes, sir.